Hello and welcome to another episode of the Card Show. This is not the. If you're watching this, obviously I'm wearing a Elite Card Investor hoodie. The branding is on already. Let me get a cap on. Let me get a cap on. I like showing off the dew. Look at those sides. Look at those sides. Ugh. Showing off the fresh dew. But no, I'll put the cap on as well for a few minutes, a few seconds. There's the cap. I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Yeah, the branding is on. Oh, here we go. Now the camera's lost me. Here we go. The cap. Let's get the dew out. Fresh dew. So as of recording this, it is Friday the 21st of November. To double check what it was there. What day was? Yesterday we had the Fanatics X Manchester CardCon trade event. Unfortunately, I was not selected. I tried to sign up. I was not selected. Or I didn't receive an email if I was selected. So I unfortunately was not there, which is a shame, as I wanted to be there. The plus side is it looked like Manchester turned up, and looks like people around the area who went from Manchester turned up. So I'm happy for that. It looked like a really good event, like some good vibes there. And hopefully there'll be many more. So maybe then I get chosen. Or, maybe your friend Rainey can open that door for me and let me slide in. I'll wear a Topps jacket doing or something, and I'll pretend to work there. I'll serve out beers. I'll serve out the Asahi. I saw them on the ice coolers. I'll serve the Asahis or something. But no, like a good event. I'm happy it went down well. Happy Manchester and said people turned up to it and had a good time. So yeah, hopefully said many more. In this episode though, I'm going to obviously talk about the trade night there. Between Fanatics and Manchester CardCon. We're also going to talk about the clarified PSA turnaround times and sort of the grading scenario there, and then a bit of hobby positivity because I'm in a good mood at all because I'm doing the podcast early. Obviously, the day before Collector Showcase is because I fly out tomorrow on a little holiday. And you're probably thinking, another one? You were just in Spain like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yes, I was. Don't judge me. Going again. Need that winter sun. Put in the work. Now it's time to relax. R&R. Even though I still be doing work on holiday because I'm that guy. When he never sleeps, as you say. But yeah. So, make it back a bit better. So, so to PSA turnaround times. So, there was a bit of, I think, confusion. I think maybe I don't know what was going on between the sort of last 2 things he put out over the last month or so. But they have clarified now their new expected quote unquote turnaround times. It starts like this: TCG bulk is 65 business days to 95 business days. Remember, business days are Monday to Friday, so they're dead of 5 days per week. So it's you got to think about it as in most months only have sort of 20 business days. 25 if you're lucky. Think about it that way. So you think about how many months you're going to be out there, which is not great. Value bulk is 65 business days to 95 business days. Value is 45 business days to 75 business days. Value plus is 25 business days to 40 business days. Value max is 20 business days to 30 business days. Regular is 15 business days to 20 business days. Express is 10 business days to 15 business days. Super Express is 5 business days to 7 business days. Walkthrough is 5 business days to 7 business days. But really, walkthrough should be 5 to 7 hours, right? It should be hours, not days. But this is sign of the times. And premium is 5 business days to 7 business days. Again, going to cost you a lot more money to get your card through on those higher, quicker turnaround tiers. So is it going to be worth it for a lot of people? Probably not. A lot of people are probably going to be at that sort of value area. So, it's going to be a long wait, I presume. And don't forget as well, they're going to have a lot of bank holidays coming into this area now with the Christmas, New Year scenario. So yeah, any cards getting submitted now, don't expect them back until on them tiers. Don't expect them back until sort of July, I'd say. You know, I just think it's probably like I don't know. I can't see it getting better anytime soon. I mean, I hear these things. You know, I hear like they don't pay the staff enough, so to quick turn on the staff over there. Um, Staff are constantly leaving, sort of thing. You know, it's not great. It's not great that we're in this position again. I get it; they're getting millions of cards a month, but no, don't forget, not only charging a good money, they also upcharge you a very good amount of money, which is it's just crazy. We still do this, right? We still not the company that don't have an upcharge. You know, you just pay your set fee of $15, $20 it may be to send them to them, and that is it. Your card is then encapsulated, done. You don't get tax on it essentially. PSA go, hey, we think this card's now worth X, Y, Z. We're going to upcharge you on this. It is mental. Yeah, in some respects, the sooner this whole PSA thing falls, the better, because this is ridiculous. But it is still king, so you have to sort of abide by their rules, right? PSA cash is definitely the king of the market at the moment. It kind of looks like it's wonky. It is a little bit wonky, like a few people can see it there, but it's not overly bad. Trying to get a good. I'll miss it another time. You'll have to do. I'm sure you can hear me fine. It's all matters. The badging, get the badging. So yeah, kind of crazy. What are your thoughts? So PSA doing this sort of stuff constantly now, consistently as well. Are they sort of digging their own grave here? Are they putting themselves in a position where people are going, oh God, like the natural collectors getting less lovey-dovey with PSA? Are they falling out of love? Are they now going to these other grading companies because it's a quicker, cheaper turnaround times? I have someone who, when it comes to PC, or when it comes to maybe not so much cards I'm looking to invest in, but definitely comes to PC cards, I do not care the company. Sometimes I don't really care the grade, depending on the card. You know, do people now sort of get to that stage where they go, hey, didn't we maybe better with PSA, but waiting 6 months, can I have money tied up that long? Is it better not just to go to, what's the SGC, where they've fallen off a bit of a wagon at the moment? You know, is it better to go to your local grading company? You know, if you're in England, for instance, would it not be better sending your cards to Ace, MGC, AGS UK, and having them turn around in 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Being the first to market by months, you know, if everyone's still going to PSA, and wait, you know, maybe they paid a bit extra and get it done in 6 weeks, maybe to go to Value Plus area. Maybe they pay big money, go to Value Max, get it within 20 to 30 business days. So you sort of still 4 to 6 weeks away. You know, but again, it hampers how much money they're into it, right? Because they're paying more for PSA, they wait on time, the price will be could have dipped that in because people could have sent a lot more of it to these AGSs, the MGCs, the A's grade, and all of a sudden the market's already at a certain peak for it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think PSA is always going to have that hold, but I just don't know how long it can have this hold. We saw it with Beckett, right? Beckett had a massive stronghold on the market, and it fell. And that was a gradual one as well. People think it was just COVID. It was before COVID as well. It was starting to not say depreciate. We were starting to come down quite a lot. Just not say come down quite, kind of mad. There was more PSA stuff getting graded. So yeah, that is what that is. But enough on the PSA and how they are treating us at the moment in the hobby. Let's get on to more positivity. I will listen. This obviously before the collectors showcase. I am actually quite gutted I'm not at that show. I think it's going to be a very good show. Obviously, the boys third down and ladies third down drove down there as of today. This little Instagram asking questions. I think this is Jordan's first one outside of Scotland. think he's got a great venue. Again, it's one of those where we talk about venues and locations, and you'll see that the Milton Keynes car show is a really good location. It's close to, I think it's an airport not far away. There's train station not far, like literally around the corner. It's if you're up north, it's obviously closer to London. So it's for me, in Manchester, I think it's like an hour 35 or 40 something like that on the train. London's like 2:10. So yeah, it's only half an hour difference, but the half an hour difference just gets to London. If I'm going to go to London Card Show, I then have underground and overground, which probably puts me another hour depending on times. Um, of what time the overground is usually. Puts me like another hour. So usually it takes me about from door to door, it can take me a good because I stay pretty close to Sandown, race course at the Sandown Lodge. Yeah, it usually takes me around about 3+ hours. No, that's a lie. Yeah, close to 4 hours, I think it is, door to door. Whereas obviously Milton Keynes, it'll take me little over 2 hours or 2:10 maybe at tops. 20 odd minutes from my house to Manchester, Manchester train to Milton Keynes, then 5-10 minutes, whatever it is. Again, all the hotels are pretty close to it as well, the venue, so it makes it easy. Similar with Southampton Card Show. Again, very far away for myself, but hotel right there. And again, this one's similar with the collector's showcase one, right? It's like I'm hearing, obviously, I've not had to check this, but for remember, I think it's Sports Cards UK down with telling me that it's like central London, like real close to Euston, like 5-10 minutes right around there, which is obviously a hell of a lot easier for people like myself. It means just 2 hours 10, then an extra 10 minutes. This is perfect, right? It's not horrendous. So I think it's got a good location. I think Jordan is someone who does put on really good events. I say what he's done at London, not London, in Scotland, from the Glasgow Card Show to the Scotland Card Show, Edinburgh back to Glasgow. And then next year, I'm kind of glad, I'm not going to lie. I felt like Scotland definitely needed or had the scope for more sort of card shows than just one big one a year. I think you can always have other little ones. I know there's like an Aberdeen card show, and I think Gavin started the Edinburgh Card Fest. And I think there was one somewhere else. I can't remember where that one was, but there was another one up there as well. Obviously, Sports Card Scotland had a little show up there, which was sort of a charity card show thing, which was kind of cool. I think Scotland's got a really good community. I mean, heavily sort of Pokemon TCG, but also quite heavy into like wrestling and soccer. So I'm sort of glad that they're getting more and more good quality shows as well. I think it's good having a lot of shows, also good having good quality shows. So I think that's what Jordan will do, bring in his sort of 2 shows a year there next year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to looking at the content, and from this show, I think it's been a good end to the year for content from people, which brings me on to my little hobby positivity, happy sort of section, and that is sort of I kind of felt like for a lot of this year, the content from a lot of people wasn't great. I don't know. I just didn't think it sort of was okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't think the content wasn't great. I think there was just a lack of great content. That makes sense. Like there was a few people doing great content, not enough. So I think the way the year's ending, a lot more people doing better content, and I think that's a massive thing. I think I made a massive sort of point at London, speaking to people, and I've telling them, thank you for everything they're doing to Hobby, or hey, you need to do more content because we need it. So I'm sort of glad that more people are doing it. And some people that haven't really done as much as I would like to have seen, because I would love to see more content from these people and whatnot. But I want to kind of shout out some people. How about that one? So hoping a lot of you guys already know, follow, etc. These guys. But if you don't, get over there, follow them, let them know that, hey, I watched some content, it's pretty good. Keep it up. Do some more, please. That's what we all want, right? So I'm gonna start with Peterborough Sports Cards, because they've done a lot lately I've really liked. And again, it may be like a 30-second sort of Instagram reel. It may be the sort of longer form content they do, but it's done a lot of content lately, and I'm so glad for it, because kind of content people need. It's good learning content. It's entertaining content. So I'm happy that he's back pushing the Peterborough Sports Cards brand, the sort of content he's pushing out. I'm hoping that 2026 he continues and grows more. Hopefully I get him on the podcast as well. It'd be kind of cool to get him on the pod. So yeah, I'm hoping if he's listening that I would love to get on the pod because I think you'll have a lot to offer to the listeners of this show. And again, I think you're doing great content. So I want you to keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Next up, CLA Cards. I've watched their journey for a while now. Again, I don't think content is their sort of thing. I don't think that's what they want to do. But when they do content, I've really enjoyed it. It's only the short form stuff they do, what I've seen, but I like it. I like it. Like the relationship between father and son. I think that's really cool. It's really something to sort of aspire to. Really nice people, and they've worked their way through this hobby really well, really smartly. I think they could offer a lot as well in education to help people. So it's two other people that I would like to see more content from, and hopefully to continue to do more content and to continue to shows and to go around the world, going to shows as well, and hope getting content from that. And again, love to get them on the pod and to tell people their journey, which would be kind of cool. Next up is, this guy needs no introduction. That card, which is JJ JOMS, Jojo JMS, Jojo J, all the J's. Good friend Joe, although obviously he's best friends with Dan. As we found out during the London Card Show reel, which is his best thing to happen to him at London Card Show, he's meeting Dan, his bestie. I'm not jealous. I just used to be a part-time videographer. That's all I used to do. I was just a camera holder. That's all I was. Camera holder and a desk watcher. But no, Joe is obviously gone full-time now, and he's took the business and sports cars at an extra level. But instead of just seeing it as I now run a sports cars business, it's a case of, I have to do content as well. And again, he's doing really good content over a lot of different avenues and social media platforms. And I'm just hope he keeps it up. I hope it's something that continues in the long run, because Joe always does great stuff. I think what is really smart as well from Joe, that card, is not only the sort of the business of being at card shows, obviously eBay store content. He's also got that personal branding on a live selling platform he consistently is on, Whatnot. So I think that's a great thing to do, because I think it's a multi-billion-pound industry. So I think that is literally one of the best things to be doing, is growing your brand, right? Having somewhere like that where you can sell yourself and be on screen, and sort of be on screen. You don't have to be, you can have your hands on, but sort of have a good interaction, live interaction while selling. Because people buy just from you, the brand, as opposed to sort of buying because they're really hunting that card out, right? So I'm it's massive. I think that's really smart work. Next up on this list is going to be none other than good friend of the channel. I mean, hopefully a lot of these people are good friends of the channel. Let's just preface that as well. But Dan Keane, aka Sports Cards UK. I mean, obviously I've talked about it before. I think he's still my UK sports card sort of content creator go. I think I'll probably keep him there as number one. I think I think consistently he's put in the work. I think he had a bit of time. It's a downtime, should we say? But consistently, these guys doing content that's getting watched. I think he's smashing it. That's when I say consistently downtime. It's a downtime from long form content as well. Let me preface that as well. That sounded bad. I know he's putting any work on TikTok. I think Instagram got sort of a bit of a back foot, but he focused mainly on TikTok because of the new, fresh, growing audience there. But yeah, he's obviously still doing long form content, still doing short form content. I think Dan just smashes it in general. I think he's a nice guy as well, isn't he? So it always helps. But yeah, I think Dan's obviously. I think everyone's probably a fan of Dan. Everyone's probably watched a lot of his videos, especially in the UK. So yeah, that one goes without saying, really. But I'm sure people follow. But just in case, make sure you do these people. Next up, Soccer Cards UK. Kieran is someone I've met through Dan, I think. Really nice guy. He is starting. Do you know what? If I was better prepared, I would have remembered this. He is starting a new sort of social media. It's Cards and Cuts, maybe? Cards and Cuts. Yes, Cards and Cuts. Here we go. Perfect. I thought it was. It's someone again who did a bit of content and went after content and not has been as consistent. I hope they do get to being consistent on the content side of things. Usually I see them at the London Card Show, not like many other shows in the UK, but hey ho. But yeah, selling cards and cuts and chatting with people that make the hobby. Sports cards, stories, fresh cuts, real combos. Again, Soccer Cards UK. So I'm hoping that sort of leads to something cool. I'm hoping he starts doing some content on there. But that'd be kind of cool idea, especially if you've got people in like myself. I mean, getting this fresh trim. Look at that. Look at them lines, baby. For those that are listening, I mean the fade. It's unmatched. I mean, the guy didn't have much to work with up top here, but the corner's getting a bit pushed back. But hey, don't worry about that. I think it's a bit flattened because of obviously it's raining. Is it raining in Manchester? No, it's bloody cold though. It was like -2. It's bloody cold though. It's sounding odd, but it was cold. It was -2. So yeah, I was like fully hood up, jacket hood up, zipped up, Eskimo style. So yeah, keeping warm. It's almost balaclava weather. If I wasn't pushing my son around in the pram, the wife with me, yeah, balaclava active mode. Yeah, tangent, but still. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool if he's got like sort of like barbershop vibe. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, hopefully some good content coming from there. Next up, El Toro. I said I don't see Jason for a while as I've not been at shows. Was lucky enough to see him at the London Card Show on the Friday. Very good little catch up. I'm hoping he gets back to doing a lot more content. I think he's got a very good niche as well in the League of Legends stuff. He was doing stuff on there. I think he could really educate a lot of people and really help grow that sort of sector. So yeah, hopefully he cracks on. Another one I've not seen for a while who was there with him was LGL. Yeah, I think it was good to see Lucy was looking good, like looking happy with himself, which was good to see. No, did a lot of content. He was also featured on the podcast for a bit when he was starting his break-in. It's a shame that it's sort of not doing as much content, but hopefully again, we're coming back with some more. Another one is Lav Collects. He had a literal full-on like videographer. I don't know how like legit this guy was. Like no disrespect, I don't know if this guy was like top tier or just like abs. Not saying disrespectful, but abs videographer, like abs guy. Like he could be like a top tier goated like $2,000 a day guy. I just didn't know. His rig up was pretty sick. Yeah, he had all the gear and he had a lot of ideas, so I'm going to presume he's quite decent. But yeah, he had a full-on videographer, and I was like, whoa, I need to up my game. What's going on? So yeah, I'm hoping Lav does some more content, get some more content out, and keeps growing his stuff that way. I enjoyed his stuff, especially in America. It was kind of cool. So yeah, hopefully that continues. And then we have RP Trading Cards. Everyone knows Ronnie from Totally Podcast. He has his own sort of socials where he posts stuff, and he's obviously helping massively grow the women's game at the moment, or women's cards side of the game, should we say? Hopefully that does continue too. I think he will. I think he's massively involved in sort of the growth in women's sports cards. He's pushing it quite heavy. I think it's a Discord as well, if I'm not wrong. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this sort of grows and develops. I know we sort of tease it like a sports pod, which will be interesting. So I'll have the top of the podcast sports cards and a sports pods, which I'm presuming meant covering sports that he watches. So maybe basketball, women's soccer sort of thing, men's soccer. But yeah, interesting to see where that grows. But again, someone else I hope there's a lot more content and people follow along the journey as it helps grow the hobby. Next up, GBW. Someone I had to create a little catch up with, mainly on the Friday, I think it was. Someone who's obviously, massive sort of social following. Also has a breaking company. He's done a lot of content. He's done a lot of stuff. Maybe it's not sports cards based content unless it comes to his card shows, but he does a lot of content that helps sort of drive eyes and traffic to sports cards as well. I think his big one is like match attacks, like stickers. But yeah, someone else constantly doing content that's getting out there and helping grow the hobby. Now my final three. Again, I may miss you off this list. I do apologize. Message me saying, "Hey, what the hell's going on?" and I'll take it. So last of the three is Real Harry's World. People may know him as obviously UK sports card collector. I think that was the original name. Obviously, the CEO, owner of I think numerous businesses now, right? I think Gem Mint Clothing will be a different business. London Card Show, obviously. So yeah, and obviously now he's doing content. Obviously, unfortunately for him, he doesn't get to do sort of like the vendors POV stuff at London Card Show, the biggest, in Europe and one of the biggest in the world, because he's too busy running a show. But he has actually just done one from the Brighton Sports Card Show where he was just a vendor. He's again doing a lot more content out there as well, so it's kind of cool to see. Someone again who's going around the world at card shows as well, so hopefully more content from a UK guy going around to shows and that sort of stuff. Next up, I'm going to go EAB Skills. People may just think it's like a football freestyler. He's actually doing a lot more content on sports cards. I think a lot of it is mainly stickers. I know he's obviously a Panini dude, but I think it's having someone like him might bring a lot more fresh eyes, fresh sort of fresh meat, fresh people into the hobby because they get into it through his thing, not knowing about sports cards and money and that sort of stuff. So that's kind of cool to see. It's kind of see like at the shows. Really nice guy. I managed to speak to him a couple of times. Cool enough guy. And last but not least, I'm going to go to somewhere. I mean, I could mention. I'll mention a few names in it though, but it's like one with umbrella. It's one umbrella with many mini umbrella underneath. What's underneath umbrella? People holding it? Yeah, whatever. It's going to be Third Down. Third Down is absolutely honestly relentless because that just sounds crazy, but yeah, like pushing content like on socials really good, pushing it really hard, helping grow. I think now as well, like with the Gracie, Key Rolls, Jordan, and obviously started the Third Down Pulled podcast. They're like heavy into pushing content. I think that only helps. They have a very good following as well. So again, it only helps, right? So yeah, that's the hobby love I'm giving out today. Again, if I've missed anyone, if you think, hey, you're doing you know, You're not mentioning me. This I try to keep it sportsy because I think TCG does a lot of TCG content, and a lot of people are still like TCG content, but I just think they have so many and their hobby's so strong that they don't need like me to be like, oh, you guys should work content like sports. I think needs more people to do content, so it helps grow. Because I think we're still at like a small growth stage. I think we've seen it now with these sports cards only shows, like they're smaller than London, obviously, but they're starting to grow. I think the next Milton Keynes one's gonna be the biggest, and that's gonna have like was it 100 plus tables? Let me double check that. Not the best prepared for these Milton. Is it MK card show? No. I actually don't know what's their Instagram handle. What's called social? I don't know why that. Like lost my mind, and I can't find it either now. That's interesting. Have they been barred? Have they blocked me? Do they hate me that much? Sports. Oh, it's like underscore, right? Card underscore. There we sort of go. I may have been blocked by Sports Card Social there. No, there we go. Man, I was panicking. Sports Card dot social. That's why. I like a new one. Strange. So yeah, it's going to be what 14th of March next year. I swear they released. Yes, here we go. Sports card. So Saturday, 14th of March, 2026, 10 till 5. MK Stadium, Way West, Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes on over 150 vendor tables, 1,200 attendees. It's going to be a Friday stream night, 6 p.m. till late, and a Saturday trade night, 6 p.m. till late. Sports cards only show 4 shows booked next year. I mean, which is crazy, right? But like I said, that's sort of what a full day Saturday and a Friday night. 1,200 attendees, and you look at London, for instance, the last one's at 11,000 attendees over the 3 days, which is mental. And I'm talking 20,000 area for the XL. So yeah, it goes to show like the adding of TCG or the size of TCG that they can do that sort of thing. I don't think you could do XL for sports cards in the UK for 3 days. I'd like to see a 2-day sports cards only show. It's kind of cool. I mean, I know this one kind of is the Friday night onwards, but yeah, like a proper one. But yeah, again, if I've missed anyone, I suppose I could have a little special honorary mention to Sard. I think Sard's doing more content. Really nice guy. A lot of shows. Really sociable. Really great networking. I know he's busy at the end of the year, so he won't see much. Being a new father. But yeah, so he can do mixed content. He does sports, he does TCG. So he'd have a really good point of view, good vendor point of view. It's a good like buying and selling point of view because he's in both markets. But yeah. Again, I'm sure I've missed someone. If I have, I apologize. What do you want from me? I love you all. Take care. Make sure you're following Elite Card Investor on the socials, Insta, TikTok, and YouTube. It helps massively and it costs you nothing. I appreciate it. Literally 5-10 seconds of your time, right? The Elite Card Investor, follow. So you have to type, follow, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Just done, tick, 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 costs you nothing. Helps me a lot. Appreciate you guys as always. Don't neglect Patrick Mahomes. That's where Patrick Mahomes YouTube will keep the card show. Elite Card Investor will have its own pod. Elite Card Investor will probably take on the sort of on a lookout style that will be revamped. I may do something similar with Pat Rip. I don't know though. I doubt it. So it probably would just be the card show and actual card show vlogs and shorts in there, and then the Instagram, maybe TikTok will just be my pure collection. I'm thinking, which makes it a lot easier for me. And then Elite Card Investors, where all the Elite Card Investing talk we go. We'll be helping you guys make money in the sports cards hobby. The plan. But as always, have a good weekend. I mean, it's kind of weird to say have a weekend because it's, for me, it's Friday. You won't listen to this on Monday. So I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed Collector's Showcase if you were there. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.